Okay, so it seems that we have a final kind of update coming from Zentreya about this entire situation, which has been unfolding over the past couple of weeks. Now, if you don't know, Zentreya has been facing a lot of backlash for her new model, which again, I had zero problems with at all. And if you guys want to go back and look at all of those videos, they will be back on my channel, so you guys can catch up with exactly what is going on. But essentially, we have one final response from Zen talking about the situation, and I think this is a much better I guess, way to end this all. And this is a very, very long one. So yeah, essentially Zen says, starting off this by saying, I believe it's time to move forwards. I understand at times where I got heated. Most of it was coming from me defending myself from labels or comparisons. It felt like that to me. I have already seen an article and others that have labeled me as such, which have put me on the defensive immediately, as it would anyone. I would imagine, especially it being your brand being attacked, which yeah, 100% is true. You know, a lot of people are labeling her as a, you know, Nazi and things, which is absolutely ridiculous. And yeah, if I was in Zentreya's position as well, I probably wouldn't be the best pleased with a lot of people that were spreading this kind of stuff, right? But then she goes on to say, did I go about it properly? No, I wear my emotions on my sleeve a lot, and it tends to get me in trouble. That's what I'm known most for, being in trouble with, just being emotional. I think at the end of this issue, I think they're supposed to say day there, this issue spiraled way too much out of control for something that could have been aimed at actual Nazis. I was not comfortable being compared or even put in the same sentence. I understand comparisons in education, but why was this not used on any actual ones in our community? I do not align with the ideology, and any art or such that has been seen was artist ideas that were taken from anime such as Asia Lane or Con Cole. They say nothing was taken from inspiration from actual World War II clothing, and I feel good knowing that. And as such, I will continue to use it. If I at some point want to adjust it, I will perhaps... If I at some point want to adjust it, I will. Perhaps navy blue or all red. But I understood where you're coming from. I saw both sides lashing out, crazy words being flung around. It's heartbreaking to me. Many things were said by both sides, and I hope we can move past this. And that with others who joined in the community from this, I can show what kindness and love and compassion can do for ourselves. I get the anger, some of which came from outside of my community and even hit my geckos, the community name, and for that I am sorry to you geckos affected. I say to both sides, some of whom have demanded I do not apologize. I can't do that because I am an empathetic person who just wants people to not be hurt, regardless of if it hurts me in the process. So you can hold your insults at me, degrade me for showing this weakness, but I would rather be hated for being too kind than be hated for being too heartless. I care about all of you, whether you hate me or not on my stance. I would rather you take it out on me and be happy and move on than to fight each other. This has been pushed too far, and I do not condone doxing or harassment. I'm sorry for that. My community outside of X, which many creators know, are so well loved and welcoming, and I hope that you see that if you continue to stay, I am sorry for the distress I caused emotionally to so many, and the trouble this has caused both sides. They say, I've already made a statement days ago after my heated moment. That is for you to find. I can give you only so much before I have nothing left to give. And I hope you see that I am always presented to you all of these years was who I am. And I'll be resuming streaming tomorrow as I have a charity to resume for Make-A-Wish Jingle Jam. And that is much more important to me right now. Thank you for reading this. P.S. Military outfits are awesome, and thank you for the real ones for your service. So yeah, obviously, that's a very good, I think, kind of statement to put out. Then it seems like she's going to be moving on now with this kind of whole situation, right? No more arguing about it, just trying to carry on with what she is doing. And it seems like the model might be back. Now, they also continue on in the replies here saying, also, because I don't want to reset everything, even some of my references, the main references was always a callback to my original 2019 design, which is this one here. And here's a message, by the way, saying, at the moment, this was my old style, red hair, yellow iris. I want to change this up to a more modern style. So I'm assuming this is the message to the artist or whatever, saying, hey, I want something a little bit more similar to this, which, yeah, obviously does make sense. Say last thread, and I'll be not be responding anymore as people have suggested. I just looked up military anime character and chose from the pool. There was no ill intention or deeper meaning. Once again, the main inspiration was the original outfit. So yeah, obviously a lot of it came from the original outfit itself, which obviously nobody had a problem with, right? And I do think that is pretty interesting to see. There's also been people as well, including like Kevin, who have actually been releasing VTuber asset hats, where you can get your own little hat, which I thought was quite funny, and that was a very, very good idea, right? And also, it seems like if you look at Zentreya's page, they've actually returned the banner to what it was before, with the obviously the other model being there. So it seems like going forwards, that's a crazy picture. But this one here, it seems like she's going to continue using this model. Again, we'll have to wait and see tomorrow if she actually uses it on stream. But, you know, she started promoting it back on the channel with the Make-A-Wish stream resuming, and raising money for charity. So if you want to go help her raise some money for charity, definitely go over there and support Zentreya, because again, it does actually seem like she wanted to have just a really good time at the end of the year, you know, obviously with the new model debut, but also with actually just like, you know, raising some money for charity and just feeling good about that. Again, there's just so much that I think Zen would rather do than, you know, kind of, I guess, being consumed by all of this drama and all of this kind of controversy. And yeah, a lot of people have, you know, been supporting her. Obviously, Rev says, stop giving these idiots attention. But yeah, a lot of it is just support mainly. So again, that is great to see. Also, people have been talking about it over on Kurosanji as well, saying hopefully this is the end of this molehill, that hopefully this is the last of this complete idiocy, which, yeah, 100% is true. Some people saying, I strongly believe that once a streamer gets to a certain size, which Zen is way beyond, they should just stay off Twitter almost completely. By then, they'll have professional contacts to message directly, or people can refer to them, and probably manage Discord and their community. Conversations from Twitter engagement to views doesn't really work that well anyways, and for special events, they can have a mod tweet promo stuff. There's just way more potential for negative interaction, which, yeah, I do think is true. I get where this person is coming from. There can be a big issue with people replying personally to this stuff on their big accounts, right? Because Zen is a very big VTuber, and what they were doing during this whole kind of, you know, situation that was going down, right, was they were publicly tweeting and replying to these people, and obviously it doesn't look that good whenever, you know, you are a bigger streamer that is going after, you know, some people maybe with less of a following. But not that there should be anything against that. You know, you should be allowed to do that. But in the eyes of the public, for some reason, that seems like worse and things. But also, yeah, it does kind of affect your PR too, if you are kind of known to go after people and things like that, right? But I don't think, you know, I think Zen, as they explained in their kind of apology / statement thing there, I think they are just a very emotional person and were just trying to defend themselves and everything like that. People saying, I'm going to copy what I said on r/vshoujo. I'm going to actually address this. I knew her outfit was a throwback reference, so I didn't have an issue with the outfit itself. But the way she came in swinging at people worried me a lot, and it was painting her in a bad light and very ill-mannered. Zen had every right to be upset, however, but coming out and having a go at that many people was not a good PR move and made her look unstable. I'm glad she's letting it go and just trying to fix what she can about the situation. I still have no issues about the outfit, and I'm eagerly anticipating the modifications, but I feel like she really needs to work on not letting her emotions get the better of her. Crashing out like this seemed really out of character for what I know from her. She shouldn't have been having a go at people. She was letting her frustrations guide her social media activity, which is a really bad idea, especially for a creator of her size. Which, yeah, I do think is wrong. People said, yeah, it's not healthy in general to give attention to the crowd, which I do think is true. I think this could have been handled in a much better way, and even Zen admits that. I think there could have been a much better kind of response, and just kind of making maybe one statement, maybe two statements at the most, right? And kind of leaving it at that, rather than going into the replies and responding to people and things. You know, it's probably not the best to do that, right? And we can see it was a little bit of an issue, right? So again, I think, yeah, you should really hold back on the emotional kind of tweeting and stuff, because that does really affect how people view you. Because I think a lot of people now are less mad at the fact of the model, and a lot more people are mad at how, you know, it was dealt with and how the response was after that, which again, I can understand too. But again, I think it is kind of a mixed bag in terms of people's opinions on this kind of stuff. I can understand where Zen is coming from, though, in terms of all of this stuff that's been thrown around, all of this stuff that she's being labeled as. You know, I too probably would go pretty crazy over on Twitter at people who are labeling me as this like really, really stupid stuff, right? And so, yeah, that's obviously why Zen did it. But I think going forwards, there probably could have been something better that could have been done to prevent further kind of escalation, because all that did was made it worse, right? It didn't exactly make it better, or it didn't exactly stay the same. It kind of added more fuel to the fire, right? But at the end of the day, it seems like Zen is going to be moving forwards and is going to be continuing to stream and do stuff. Again, we'll have to wait and see if she does use that model. It seems like she's promoting it again, so I'm gonna assume that she's gonna use it next stream. We'll have to see. But yeah, that's about all I got. And yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameSubs, use my code Kaza, get 10% off. Again, they got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.